Oh my gosh, whether you're moving out of your walk-up in Queens, oh, you poor thing, to an elevator building in Brooklyn,
Please.
or moving out of Manhattan to Jersey.
Come on over.
Moving, let's just go ahead and say it's pretty stressful. It's one of the most stressful things you can do.
No matter how you slice it, no matter how many times you've done it, it always sucks.
That's right.
So if you're packing up your apartment or your home and you're feeling overwhelmed, stop. Take a deep breath. Because we have here with us today Barbara Reich of Life Organized. She's going to share some helpful moving tips to get you organized for the big moving day. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for being around, for existing.
I know.
I appreciate that.
I always feel like, and I don't know if it's because we're out and about, but I see more people moving in the summer, and I just think, oh God. And I've always moved in the summer, and it's hard. So what are the 4 steps that we need to take to organize for a successful move?
So first of all, the summer is the most popular time to move.
I guess you don't want to
and
move
it
in a
can be
snowstorm.
steamy, like now.
Right.
But I like to think of a move in 4 different phases. I have the planning phase, the purging phase, the packing phase, and the unpacking phase.
Oof, I don't like any of them.
I just got the chills.
Good. Purging is so good.
Okay.
Well, let's start at the beginning with the first P, planning.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So the first thing you probably want to do is arrange for internet service and your utilities. And you would much rather pay for an extra week than not have it for a week.
True.
So you do want to take care of that.
Okay.
Then you want to make sure that people know where you're going. So if you want to have cards printed up and be fancy and send them to your friends and family, you may want to just send an email. You may want to notify the post office.
Change of address, yeah.
Or if you have all of your bills electronically, maybe you don't want to tell the post office. Maybe it's an opportunity to not get all that spam junk mail.
Look at this.
Oh, she is really giving us some hacks, too.
So
Okay.
then you want to hire a mover.
Right.
Right.
You want to get a mover 3 to 4 weeks in advance. And you may want to get more than one estimate and make sure you're doing an apples-to-apples comparison. You want to make sure that if one mover's estimate is much higher, maybe it's because he's also unpacking. So you want to keep that in mind.
That's right.
Read the fine print.
Right.
And you also want to plan to have your new home clean before you move into it.
Yes.
So,
well, that was something that, a mistake that was made when I moved into my current apartment,
right?
as we were told it was clean and we got there and it wasn't.
was
We couldn't move
good.
in until the day later because we
And
spent
you learn
the
the
full
hard
first day.
way.
Yes.
There's nothing worse than showing up with all those
Horrible.
boxes and then having to clean
Filth.
first.
Terrible.
That's rough.
Thank you.
That's very rough. I'm so sorry that happened.
That's
And you
all right.
also say have groceries.
Yeah, I mean, that's extra credit. But if you can have some groceries delivered that day, if you're in New York City with the land of delivery,
That's right.
it will make your
That's
life
right.
easier.
Oh, I like
My
that.
grandfather always used to say, before you move into a house, put a loaf of bread, and it will guarantee you never go hungry in that home. So any home I've ever
I
lived
love
in,
that.
I'm like throwing a loaf of bread in. Okay, we can walk in now.
Amazing.
That's great. I like that one.
I know, you can use it. All right, we've planned, now we're purging.
Okay, now we're purging, which my personal favorite.
I love
There's
this one.
nothing better than getting rid of stuff.
Right.
But you want to really think about what you have room for in your new apartment. Sometimes, even though it's a bigger apartment, the layout is different, and you don't want to get there with the couch that can't fit.
Oh my gosh.
So-
So many New York City horror stories. Trying to
Yep.
get the
Another
sofa
horror
up
story of
the-
mine.
up
Yep.
Oh, you learned that one the hard way, too?
I had to, damage some walls getting my couch in.
All
But
right.
okay.
Okay, so you want to
live and
make
you learn.
sure, if in your current apartment you have bookshelves galore, and in the new apartment there's no place for books, think about that. So think about what you can't bring or might not want to bring, because it's a lot of time and money wasted if that's not the case. Now, another thing is if you have children, there's always clothes that don't fit, there's toys that are missing pieces, there are things that are broken, things that don't
Markers
play.
that went dry.
Get rid of all of it. Again, don't bring anything that you don't want or need.
Okay.
Yes.
And then we have to do all of that and pack.
Packing, the third P.
Wait. We have one more
one more purge.
Get rid of every single thing that is expired, whether it's food, whether it's toiletries. No one can get emotional about that, so if you're feeling emotional about your move, do that first.
Okay.
And the Tupperware that doesn't have the lid.
Thank you. I'm doing that right
Yes,
now.
no lids.
All right, we just had the full screen up. Let's throw it back up. The third P is packing.
So packing. So first you want to get boxes. A great place to get boxes is at a liquor store. They have boxes galore. They're happy to give them to you. They're clean and they're sturdy.
And they
You
have
want
the
to make
holes.
sure that your heaviest things are in your small boxes. Big boxes are very cumbersome and unwieldy to handle. So you want to make sure that you have boxes that you're actually able to move.
Right.
When you pack, keep your boxes pure, as I say. So you might be tempted to mix contents across rooms. It takes much more time to unpack that way.
Yeah. If it's in the kids' bedroom, keep it in the kids' bedroom. You don't want to find the salt shaker.
Correct. It's a lot of extra walking back and forth.
And then unpacking. How do we do that in an organized fashion?
So in terms of unpacking, you really want to start macro. You want to first get all the boxes in the right rooms.
Right.
Then you can even, I'll say, haphazardly put things in drawers and closets because you can go back later and straighten it out. But you want to go macro. And then I subscribe to the squeaky wheel gets oiled first. The person in your house who is going to be most affected by the move, maybe you have small children, you want to do their rooms first. Maybe there's someone that works at home and they're going to be really bent out of shape if their office isn't ready.
Right.
That's where you start first.
That's me. I got to do the kitchen first.
Well, that's where you spend all the time. She's a good cook.
I'm a good cooker.
And also, you want to make beds right away because what happens is, you know, you're packing, all of a sudden it's midnight and you can't find your pajamas and you don't know where the sheets are. So make the beds first. It makes it look like home. And also, you want to put toilet paper in all the bathrooms.
Yep, that one I do know. I knew that one.
Barbara Reich.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.